Hey everyone, today I'm going to look at the best salon scheduling apps specifically for small teams and solo stylists. Now, I have been a solo stylist for a couple of years now, and I needed something that was a little bit more robust than what you were receiving with Square. Now, I started with Square, I liked them. I think everyone starts there because you're not really paying for the membership so much as you're paying the transaction fees. But after a while, it got to be a little bit difficult trying to manage not only the processing for payments that I had over there, but my client profiles and other details that I was keeping track of in a Google Doc, as well as um, my other earnings and revenue details and inventory that I was trying to manage in a spreadsheet and figuring out booking from there as well. So it got a little complicated, and I started looking for a scheduling app that could hold everything together, especially as I considered working with a partner and we needed a way to merge those two calendars. So I'm going to look at 5 key options, and I think the best all in one option is going to be Boulevard. If you are looking for everything you need in one place, this is your top choice, especially as a small team. If you're looking for really good smartphone incorporation, like smartphone usage, because you're someone who's going to manage a lot of your stuff on your phone, I would go with Mangomint. And then I'm going to look at Fresha here for price, Vagaro over here for the marketplace and marketing, and then business growth over here with Gloss Genius. So since I'm here with Gloss Genius, I'm going to start over here with business growth. So I think that business growth is obviously paramount to having the right salon scheduling app, because the whole point of having a scheduling app is being able to keep track of your schedule, keep track of things like no-shows, and grow your business. And Gloss Genius does this a little bit differently as compared to other options. So what you'll see here is support for growing your business as indicated right here. And that means goal setting, no-show protection, marketing, and then the buy now and pay later options. So this is incentivized a bit like a game. So it actually mirrors Mangomint in that capacity. And you'll see here that you can actually set your personal benchmarks and see where you are, saying every week I want to make, oh, would that be great? 3,000 based on past sales. You can track your progress toward those goals, and then you celebrate, although realistically it's just kind of like the same noises and screen images that you would get from basically any other type of online game. Nonetheless, it helps you keep those goals, set those goals, and focus pretty heavily on building in that capacity. Now, another way that they stand apart is growing your business with this type of buy now, pay later package. So this purportedly gives you 20% more revenue with 2.6 times higher value sales on average per client. And it's basically a way to get people to pay up front, and then they buy your services, and they can choose how they're going to pay later, right? So you have these 3 offerings, and these are pretty common for anyone who has shopped online since COVID, right? So these 3 companies do make it easy for people to, let's say, buy a pretty expensive service and pay for it later. So if they don't have the budget, but they want to add a certain package right now, they can spread it out. Or even if they do have the budget, but they want to spread it out in the form of a repayment plan, this is a good way to grow that business by making it easier for people to add things, as you can see here, like a hydrofacial package that they want to pay for over the next several months, as opposed to paying for upfront. So that's one option, but their pricing is a bit high if you are dealing with just yourself. So if you're paying monthly, you're going to see for all of those scaling features that I just showed, $168 per month. And there's not really much that makes them stand out other than that if you are just a salon. Most of the other features that make them stand out are better suited for med spas. Now, that said, I'm going to pop over here to Vagaro. So Vagaro is the best in my mind for marketplaces. So Gloss Genius does have ways to support more customer bookings by spreading out those payment plans, but Vagaro makes it easier for you to list your company on Vagaro Mobile or this website here, and people can find you directly in the area by searching for a type of service. Let's say they're looking for a hair service. You're going to see right here who's going to pop up. You can have your company listed with all the information here. So if we're looking over here at this salon, people can pull it up. They can see the description that you are in charge of populating, as well as the reviews, different staff members if you want to add profiles for each of your staff members, the services that you offer, how much that is. And then, of course, you can see here they let you pay overtime as well with a firm. So this is only one option for paying overtime, but nonetheless similar to what Gloss Genius is providing. And that can make it easier for you to build out that customer base as a small team or a solo stylist. I will say that this does come at an extra monthly cost. So you might be paying $25 per month for a single calendar like I am. And if you have a partner, you're going to increase that cost every month. But if you choose to use the marketing function here to get featured on that over here on this particular aspect of the website, it is going to add to your costs. Nonetheless, it might be worth it if it can cut back on your marketing. So on that note of cost, we're going to pop over here to Fresha. So Fresha is another way for you to list your business, and you can list it right here. You can look up hairstyling. People can search by time and location. They can also look at who's trending, and they'll see you right here in the app. So it's very similar to Vagaro, perhaps not the best that you might see, but it's still a very useful interface, especially for salons that are international. So it does have a much bigger reach as compared to Vagaro. Now, in terms of the interface you have here for booking, obviously there's going to be some pretty simple layouts here. I'm not a huge fan of the images to allocate which of these you're looking at because they don't always make sense to me, but it might be something that you prefer. So the way this works is a much cleaner layout that helps you set up your calendar function and incorporate what you'll see here, not just the calendar for different people, but the quick information that you have on each of your clients. And then, of course, the services that you have, your reports, your payments, and your revenue. They don't really have a lot in terms of client profiles, however, and that's where I think Boulevard really stands out. So Boulevard here has a front desk feature, which no other salon booking software has. And that front desk feature lets you manage everyone in real time. It lets you take in phone calls. You can see here when someone calls in to book an appointment, and it lets you manage these calendars. From here, you also have this message center where everyone's messages can be incorporated into a single place. You can easily keep tabs on who has responded to automated messages, who might be looking for information on where to park, who might be looking to change their appointments, and so forth. You also get a lot of information here on sales. And then client data over here. Anywhere you click on someone's name, you're going to get this same set of information. And I really like that you can see memberships, packages, forms, and charts. If I take pictures of haircuts before and after, I can add them here. I can also visit this message center and make sure that Shawnee knows she's ready to book her next appointment. That is only one aspect of the marketing tools that they have. The others have to do with the blast campaigns. You can set up blast campaigns where you pick a particular group, a particular audience, in this case, women who have recently booked a cut and finish. And I want to send them a message letting them know that we have a Mother's Day special. Maybe they should book their appointment today. I can also use automated campaigns here, filling slow days. When there is a last minute opening, if someone cancels, I can fill that as well. I can send birthday messages, and I can set up any of these reminders that I like. Boulevard, you're going to have not only all of these options for managing your bookings, for incorporating different calendars into one area and managing that front desk, but you're going to get a lot of those marketing tools. Now, Mangomint, by comparison, has a somewhat similar setup, if not much more gamified. They have campaigns that help you use these types of templates for generating emails or text messages. And from there, people can book directly on your website. They can book on social media, the same as with Boulevard, and all of that will get populated right here. It has a setup somewhere between Boulevard and Fresha in terms of its professionalism. You can see that they at least have words associated with their images, but it has a much brighter layout than I prefer. Mangomint's pricing is going to be a little bit higher, but I do like the way you can access all of these details from a smartphone. So if you are someone who focuses more on using your phone while at your chair, this is going to be a better option for you. If you're looking for business growth support, especially when it comes to helping your customers pay over time and potentially finding other goal setting incentives, Gloss Genius is going to be good. In terms of marketing and a particular marketplace, I would absolutely pick Vagaro. Fresha is a second, but it's going to be great for pricing.